To Mocha's and all the bells and balls. Where the love runs deep, the fam stays strong. And the bells, they always ring for us. We the bells and we hold it down, yeah. Real ones only, we don't mess around. All love, no cap, no clout to chase. Just truth in the chat and respecting the space. It's family, Mocha got that heart of gold. From the south to the stream, we brave and bold. You ain't gotta pick sides or play a role. Just show a real and you already home. Pull up to the bells and bowls like a Sunday seed. Got peace in the room and a vibe on beat. No drama, no mess, just minds that meet. Introduce yourself in the chat and the mods gon' greet. Real talk, we got brothers and sisters here. Ain't no fake love, every heart sincere. We've been through storms, but the skies stay clear. Loyalty live, that's the chant you hear. Woo! No chaos in the comment section. Just bells with a bond and a bold connection. Safe space, strong face, deep reflection. Mocha, don't fold, that's pure protection. If you ever felt unheard, misunderstood, pull up in the chat, we treat you good. Ain't gotta be loud, just gotta be true. Mocha got the light and we shine with you. Not a panel of pain, it's a platform of pride. Everybody got space and we don't divide. You loyal, you love, that's how we ride. Got a bell and a bow in the name, but a tribe world. From the mods to the lurkers and folks on rewatch. Every tap, every like, we feel it alive. Mocha ain't just a name, it's a vibe you caught. No la bell, no la boast, that's a family, not a thought. Bring it loud, we the bells and we hold it down. Yeah, we do. Real ones only, we don't mess around. Real talk, all love, no cap, no clout to chase. Just truth in the chat and respecting the space. It's family, Mocha got that heart of gold. From the south to the stream, we brave and bold. You ain't gotta pick sides or play a role. To show a real and you already home. Mocha said that to every bell in the space. Whether you typing, watching, or just vibing, you are this family. And over here, we don't fold, we ring. Ooh, welcome to Mocha's and all the bells.
Happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a beautiful Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday. Indeed it is. Y'all saw the title and y'all saw the thumbnail. Lies, mystery, silence, chaos, and confusion. That's what we've been dealing with now since January of 2024. The lies, the plea deals, the secrets. Jarvis Butts, so say unaliving. Y'all, something stink. Something is truly stink. The question is, why does it stink, y'all? I see y'all coming in here. I see y'all. Happy Sunday. I see y'all. Tonight, I ain't doing too much. I'm not coming here doing a whole lot of talking. Not trying to break much down. I want to hear from y'all. We all been sitting back watching, listening. And we know something about this entire situation just ain't right. We know it ain't right. It's been stink from the gate. We know this. Y'all know what's been said. Y'all know what's been shown. Y'all know what's been seen. Peaches, thank you so much for always supporting the channel, my love. Appreciate it so very much. When y'all look at the plea deal, y'all look at the fact that Naziah is still missing. Y'all look at Jarvis Butts on the live, and they call it. Does any of this feels like justice? Does any of this feels like justice? Or does it feel like something is truly being left out, like that's a hole somewhere. It's like we have a beginning, we have an ending, but everything that was in the middle, they threw it away. And they got us sitting here like, oh, what? So tonight, y'all, I'm opening the porch. I want y'all thoughts, y'all opinions, y'all questions, because at the end of the day, we still sitting here with the same thing. Naziah is still unaccounted for. Say what you feel. Ask what you've been thinking. This one right here, tonight is for the porch. I see y'all coming in. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you that's entered the chat. If you're new here, welcome. 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 For those of you that are here, make sure you hit the like button for your girl. Share out the live. And for those of you that are sitting in the clouds, come on and sit on the porch with us. Subscribe to the channel. Conversations here are always great. There are no big odds and no little U's here. We're all somebody. And all opinions definitely matter. We don't argue. We can agree to disagree. And that's what makes us who we are. I appreciate everyone for pulling up. Make sure you tap those emojis to the right. That will be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Child, I got my first little hot. Let me speak to my people. I see my sister Rashina up in here. Hey, boo. Happy Sunday to you. My sister Top is in here. Hey, boo. Happy Sunday. Dr. J, I see you. I see you. My girl Samantha. I keep calling her that. I am covered says, I would like to talk about the ethnicity of Jarvis. I believe he's part Arabic. Look at his eyebrows. In Saudi Arabia, men have little girls as young as 4 as their wives. Oh, girl. I don't know about his, ethnicity, but I do know that every time he was booked into a criminal justice facility, he was always registered as a black man. So I don't know. I don't want to say he's something that he's not. I could only go on, what's written on paper. My sister Sheena says, please, it's a reminder. Don't mention any other CCs in the chat. That part. We're going to keep it respectful in here. If you hear something around the corner or on the way, that's fine. Just don't say where you heard it at. We keep confusion down. We keep confusion at a minimum. I see y'all up in here. I see y'all. Hey, Teresa, welcome, my love. Happy Sunday to you. Sunshine, I see you, sis. Happy Sunday. Yolanda, welcome, baby. Simone, welcome. Happy Sunday to you. Erica Red, I see you, baby. Happy Sunday. Hey, Trina, happy Sunday, boo. Tanya, I see you, boo. Happy Sunday. My girl Tony's up in here. Happy Sunday, sis. Hey, Meryl. Welcome, my love. Happy Sunday. My beautiful sister April Webster is here. Happy Sunday, boo. I see y'all. Hey, Carla Russell. Welcome, love. Happy Sunday. My girl Ross is up in here. Hey, boo. Hey, Melissa. Happy Sunday, love. I see y'all showing love to everybody. That's a beautiful thing. And I hope you all have had an awesome Sunday thus far. Anastasia, I see you, baby. Happy Sunday to you. But you know, this situation has been a lot. Portia, my girl, happy Sunday. Carla Henry, I see you, boo. Hey, Lisa, happy Sunday, my love. Beautiful soul, welcome, sis. This situation has been a lot, a mess. SC, happy Sunday. And the fact that the family continues to lie, hide, and do all that unnecessary stuff, this could have been, y'all, this could have been settled long time ago. This could have been out of the way a long time ago. But it's the lies that got us still here. Hey, Greta, welcome, baby. It's the lies. If these people would have not started this out with the lie, I think this case could have been closed a long time ago. Kimberly Earls, welcome, my love. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you. I see my girl, JJ. Hey, we boots on the ground. Welcome, boo. Happy Sunday to you. Tanya said this shit feels like the Twilight Zone. Tanya, I'm with you. I'm with you. Valerie, my girl. Welcome. Roz, that part. That's just what it feels like. Because my thing is, how do you, Delta Blue, welcome, my love. Talina, welcome. Roz, it's like every day is something. And how it's like, man, no nonsense. Welcome, my love. Happy Sunday. Charlotte Stewart, happy Sunday. Annie Fair, happy Sunday, baby. It's like, when will it end? And every day. Diamond of Delta, I see you all. Talk with Reed. Hey, girl, welcome. It's like every day, instead of we're getting closer to justice, instead of us getting closer, Mary Kay, welcome, baby. Instead of us getting closer, to where Naziah could be, Annette continues to sit on her ass, right? She continues to sit on her ass and allow these stories to be told. She wants these people to run with this theory. That's not what we do. Hey, Wings and Mambo, this case brought me here. It's a shame it still isn't over after his demise. Wings and Mambo, thank you for always supporting the channel. This case is a mess. You would swear, you could swear that once this situation with Jarvis Butts hit the headlines, you would have thought Annette would have came to the forefront. You would have thought Shannon would have said something. You would have thought somebody would have said something. My beautiful sister Rock, I see you here, boo. You would have thought, but nobody said a word. Not one person said a word. And that's sad, and that's so unfortunate. Annette has lived all her life hiding secrets. And I guess she feel, well, they say Jarvis Butts is gone, so whatever the world don't know, they won't know, because I've lived all my life. I've lived all my life covering up and hiding shit. And you know, the more you sit back and you replay the preliminary from the beginning to the end, Annette looks a mess. She sounds a mess. Lie after lie after lie. And then she did the impact statement, and she really told who she was. It's a shame. Sunshine said, where's the proof that he's gone? Why haven't Kim Possible come out and made a press conference? Sunshine, that's a good question, because I asked the same thing. The only statement that lady has made was that she was satisfied. She was satisfied with what Jarvis Butts gave them. And it was so. See, that's why I say timing is everything. Timing tells the story. Because she came out a couple of days after the sentencing. And she said she was satisfied with his truthfulness. Now, how do we know a criminal was being truthful? She accepted that. How do we know Jarvis Butts was being truthful? But she accepted that. And she wanted us to accept it too. And then when I speak about how timing is everything, no sooner than she came out here and said that they accepted what he gave them, the next morning, headlines say there was no more Jarvis Butts. Make this shit make sense. We got to make this make sense. Because my thing is, if Jarvis Butts did tell the truth, right? If Jarvis Butts told the truth, how do you know it's the truth? How do you know it's the truth? Because ain't nobody went looking. Ain't nobody went digging. Ain't nobody went searching. I don't understand that. So at this point, and this is just me and my feelings, at this point, Wayne County needs to really be investigated. Because how do you do things like that? How do you do things like that? I don't understand. And I don't think I ever will. I don't think I ever will. My girl Tony says, Mocha, everybody that got on that stand lied. They should be charged and arrested with perjury. And we still need justice for Naziah and the victims. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the lies for me. But you know, Tony, I don't believe, and at least I'm praying, that those lies don't go unpunished. I don't believe, I'm praying that those lies, the perjury, I'm praying that it don't go unnoticed and unpunished. Because it was written in black and white, spoken as plain as day, and everybody saw it. So if we saw it, I know prosecution saw it. And they know we're not at a level of it being justice. So how can they throw us that like, oh, we finally got justice? There's no justice in this. There's no justice in this. And will there ever be justice? Mariah, I see you, baby. Welcome. Happy Sunday, boo. Drag Racing, welcome to the chat and happy Sunday, my love. And the thing is, poor Naziah has been failed all her life. All her life. And even right now, these people have no care, no concern. And the reason they don't have no care or concern is the very same reason that Annette went to sleep. D. Cross, welcome, boo. Happy Sunday. The Archer, happy Sunday, baby. No care, no concern. And Annette showed that the night she went to sleep. But yet we're supposed to feel a certain type of way. We're not supposed to say A, B, C, and D. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Kim says it has been lies. Dates not adding. Jarvis was not charged with these photos and the pow-pow. The three clowns have not been charged with neglect, endangerment, or perjury. See what I'm saying? That, Kim, that part. So, Kim, when you look at missing charges, when you look at the timeline, when you look at A, B, C, and D, right? You start questioning a lot of things. You start questioning a lot of things. Simone says, I saw somewhere that Annette was taken in for more questioning. Don't know how true it is, but I wanted to bring it to the family. But at this point, right? Let me just say this. Deborah Crosby, welcome, my love. Let me say this. If Annette was brought in for more questioning, right? Nora, welcome to the chat, love. My thing is, why bring Annette in for questioning after Jarvis is supposedly gone? Why? Why? I mean, you could have questioned Annette and did all of that before the plea. But y'all thought y'all was going to use Annette and use Shannon with this slow ass to cop a plea on Jarvis to save themselves. But they did not save themselves. What they did, they showed exactly who they were. And it was in that moment. It was in that moment when they went behind those closed doors for that plea deal. Everything they knew that transpired between Jarvis and Naziah, they threw it away to save themselves. They threw it away to save themselves because Shannon and Annette very well know that the very damn charges that was sitting on Jarvis Butts' laps would have been sitting on theirs too. PJ, my girl, happy Sunday, love. So Annette and Shannon decides, because Shannon had been saying this since the beginning of time, they can't prove she's deceased. They ain't got nobody. Shannon been saying that from the beginning of time. So then I guess Shannon went on into that behind the closed doors with their little deal, and that was still her mentality. So instead of putting Naziah first, and I know, Mocha, that's a far reach because they've never put her first. Instead of putting her first, you put your damn self first. Shania, welcome, my love. Rashina said, Mocha, I have something to say. It's all a playbook. It's all wrong. They're dropping clues and I'm picking them up. He's not on the line. So miss me with the bullshit. Next week he won't be having a funeral watch. Hello. Hello. But Linda, my girl, welcome. Welcome. Girl. I wouldn't be shocked. You hear me? Like I said yesterday, I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked. Just look at the way things are going. Because my question is, and Mocha could be very wrong. Very, very wrong. And I need y'all to, I always tell y'all that if I'm wrong, reel me back. I don't mind accepting being wrong, right? Let's start here. Breaking news on Thursday. Jarvis Butts found unalive in his prison cell. Tell me something, Chad. As far as I know, jailhouse rosters or whatever they're called, Otis or whoever he is, they're updated daily, sometimes twice a day. I don't know if I'm looking at it wrong, understanding it wrong, but I need y'all help. Why is it reading Jarvis Butts still this very day as an active offender? Not only is he listed as an active offender, but there's a discharge date. A discharge date of February 2027. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Is that the way it's supposed to be? Because y'all already know where my thoughts at with that. Y'all already know where my thoughts are with that. For those of you that's hearing what I'm saying, take a moment. We discussed it last night in here. Take a moment and go to the Otis. Go to the Otis. You know, where you can pull up his record. He's still listed as an active offender. And it has his release date as being February 2027. So what's really going on? And I have some people in here. There you go, Rock. Anastasia said, I saw that too. How many of you in here at this very moment? Because I don't want people to say Mocha doing this and Mocha saying that. How many of you in here saw the very same thing that I saw? How many of you all saw the very same thing that I saw? JJ, go to Otis. Sunshine says she saw it. Rashina said it says January 2027. I thought it was February. My bad. Carla Henry said, I saw it. Ron said, yep, I just looked. He's listed as active. Look at here, look at here. Ron said it's saying active. I am covered said, and all charges are dismissed. I'm hoping that was wrong. Anastasia said, and it was updated yesterday. Wow. Wow. So let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think it's a possibility we're looking in the wrong places? Because I don't know shit about the prison system. I don't. So would Otis still cover like the prison or, what? I mean, I guess what I'm asking is, if you're in the system, right? Does it follow you everywhere you go? I mean, I don't know. See, D. Cross said it's saying active and it was updated yesterday. My whole point. My whole point. Valerie, girl, I love you even more, boo. D-Cross. Baby. Simone said, Mocha, it says just that. Yes, D-Cross. Yeah, y'all save the screenshots because I know I'm not crazy. I am not crazy. I know I saw what I saw. I saw what I saw. And I'm just wondering, if that particular, if Otis follows them all throughout the legal system. Deborah Crosby said, I looked and it said not found. You kid, welcome, boo. Levesque, welcome, boo. Carla Russell said, Mocha, I missed your last chat, but I'm going to go back later to listen to it. But do you think Jarvis took something to make it look like he was dead, but really not? Just enough to slow his heart? Carla Russell. Carla Russell. It's a lot. You don't know what to believe. You don't know what to believe. And all I can say is, I don't believe what they want me to believe. How about that? I don't believe what they want me to believe. They want me to believe he's unalive. I don't believe it. My girl Erica, welcome, boo. I don't. Sorry, I don't. I really don't. Kim says, Worthless has not been held accountable for the corruption. CPS has not been held accountable, nor has DPD, and that's where the problem lies. Oh, JJ said that shit even follows you when you're on parole. Wow. 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 Jesus. Baby, listen, Linda, listen. Jesus. Let me grab some more of them comments up in here. Because I like I said, it's hard. It's hard to accept what they're putting down. So, I mean, why would you keep that up? Why would you keep that up if he's no longer here? I'm just asking. Oh, talk with Ree. I see you, boo. I'm just asking because I'm just asking because it don't look right. Stack, I see you came in my chat with, I don't care. And I have to be honest, I don't know who you are, Stack, because I've never seen you before. But we don't do the bring a bone, carry a bone type thing. And, Mocha is not very likable. She's not very likable. Kim said, I think once they get locked up, they're going to tell where Naziah is. It ain't coming fast enough, Kim. Samantha said, he just want us to stop talking. And that's not going to happen until they show me Naziah. Until they show me Naziah, these conversations is going to continue going on. Oh yeah, Dr. J, I deleted that comment. I don't have time for the back and forth. I refuse. That's how far behind I am in these comments. Janice, I see you, baby. Welcome. But no, they're not gonna. You can't fool people with what you want to fool them with. Absolutely, Roz. Y'all took Jarvis Butts. At least that's what Kim Worthy said. He gave us a truthful statement. And y'all took it and ran with it. Like Ron says, truthfulness based on what? How did they verify the truth? And until this very day, we have no idea how that was verified, if it was verified. But she came out here about everything else, but nothing about Jarvis. Nothing about Jarvis. He absolutely, Kim, Jarvis lied about everything else. What make you think he wouldn't have lied about that? But how the hell do you take the word from a crook? Come on now. Okay, I'm going to check it. I'm covered. She said she sent an email. I'm going to check it, baby. Valerie, they truly, truly don't care. Like a Kamisha up in here. She said, in my eyes, Mocha, a statement can't be truthful unless they have Naziah remains. So how can it be true if nobody got off their ass to find out if it was truthful? Absolutely, Kamisha. And Kamisha, guess what? Guess what? Okay, Stack got some issues. Stack really got some issues. And I don't know if Stack just came in here to be messy, but this is not what we're going to do, Stack. So Stack, you know, Mocha like people. Mocha really do. But the bullshit, nah, we don't do that. I'd rather be without a subscriber than to have the riffraff coming in here causing a disturbance, attacking my subscribers. So Stacks, if you were sent here, baby, let me tell you something. Why don't you go back where you come from and you create that disturbance over there? So what Mocha just did, my moderators, and when you want to blame somebody, you blame Mocha, not the moderators. Because I'm the one that just gave you a little vacation. I'm the one just gave you a little vacation. We don't do that shit over here. The fuck? And on a good old Sunday. We don't do that. The mods was giving you grace. But we don't do that. See what I'm saying about distractions? Some things they want you to talk about. And when they don't want you to talk about certain things, then here comes the devil. Not today. The devil don't live here. Not over here. This ain't his playground. The nerve of people. And I don't ever do stuff like that. Ever. My girl D. Cross says, Mocha, whatever Annette and Shannon has done, it will not go unnoticed and unpunished. They will pay. They're paying now. But baby, from the way Annette looked in that courtroom, I didn't see Shannon. But from the way Annette looked, baby, Annette been paying. You hear me? She has been paying. Annette looks a mess. Tony said, Mocha, I've been saying that from the day that Jarvis got that plea deal. But that's not justice for Naziah. That's not justice for Naziah and the other victims. And Annette them didn't write that impact statement. So she really needs to come here. Absolutely. And look, Annette, listen, Tony. Now you, Oleo, welcome, boo. Tony, now you know, I know, Annette ain't coming here. Annette ain't coming here. The thing is, they don't believe that there comes a time in life when God's going to say enough is enough, right? Annette's hand has been exposed. Annette's hands has been exposed. And we got to thank Naziah for that. Her hand has been exposed. So, Annette, your day is over. Your day is over. Absolutely, D-Cross, justice will not come from man because for some reason Detroit don't want to touch Annette. And I'm going to ask the question again tonight. With Jarvis Butts gone, as they say, or, they want us to believe he's gone. But with Jarvis Butts out of the way, do you all think the deal that Shannon and Annette made behind the scenes, do you all think that that deal is going to come back and bite them in the butt? Do y'all think that deal is going to come back and bite them in the butt, being that Jarvis Butts is put away? That's how I worded that. JJ said, understand, she said Annette, right? And she also said she did nothing. And she said it proudly. I did nothing. Annette, who you thought was supposed to accept that? I did nothing. And that's what I don't understand with Detroit. How do you not, right? How do you not put Naziah first, but yet you sitting down there making bargains? That says a lot about your involvement. That says a lot about what you don't want to expose. That says a lot about all the wrongs that y'all have done for a very long time. And y'all don't want it to come to the forefront. Y'all made a deal with the devil. Y'all allowed Jarvis Butts in your house. That was the first sign of being a devil. Jarvis Butts told those people in that interrogation room, let's be clear. When I picked them up, I never picked them up one by one. I picked them up together. Ask the grandmother, she know. Some of the text messages that we're reading, Jarvis Butts, he was confused about it. Oh no, I didn't send that one. So how is it that he agreed to sending some, but denies sending some? I mean, shit. If I'm going to deny it, I'm going to deny it all. Jarvis agreed to some of the text messages and he denied some of the text messages. So Shannon, your ass has been exposed, and that's why you ran to take that deal. The Archer says Annette Wig got his own area and zip code. Detroit 313 still free. Well, goddamn. Told you she had on that Shaka Khan yesterday. Nora, welcome to the chat, my love. Rock, all Annette has done is lie. The whole time. Just lie. Oh, PJ, I hope you get to feeling better, baby. I hope you get to feeling better. Ron says, I feel like they already know the truth. Whether they question her or not, Ron, they know. They know. And that's the sad part. So why bring her back in for re-questioning and you know what Annette knows? Because I feel that Detroit is pussyfooting around with Annette and Shannon. I believe Detroit knows just how far Shannon and Annette went. And my thing is this, if we want to go back to the very beginning, right? Go back to the very beginning. They tripped Annette up in that preliminary with her own questions. Annette tried to lay it on thick how she prayed with those children. Drove them to school to eat breakfast. You did all of that, but you couldn't make sure those children in that house was safe. You did all of that, but you couldn't make sure those children in that house was safe. Jarvis Butts even explained to those people in the interrogation room how he would give the children $25. But Annette denies that. He's never been in my house. Annette, why you lie? You sitting on that stand saying Jarvis never been in your house. Naziah texting Jarvis, or Shannon, whoever texting Jarvis, meet me upstairs. Shannon is going to be there. So Shannon, listen at how this shit comes back together. Listen at how it comes back together. Jarvis goes upstairs to meet Naziah. Naziah tells Jarvis, give Shannon some. That shit was wild as hell. Then when we hear the judge says some shit that had not been revealed to the public, that Jarvis was at that shop engaging in threesomes with these children. How many of you all believe Shannon knew about it? How many of y'all believe not only did she know about it, how many of y'all believe that at some point Shannon participated? If you all believe Shannon knew it all, drop some ones in the chat. Because I do believe Shannon knew. Shannon was recruiting little girls. Shannon was recruiting little girls for Jarvis. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Not only was she recruiting them, she even groomed Naziah to recruit them. But nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about Shannon recruited those little girls. That's how the hell Naziah was in the fight. That's how Naziah was in the fight. Trying to recruit little girls. Shannon is going to get hers in the worst way. In the worst way. God ain't got started on them yet. Absolutely, Carla Henry. Shannon went both ways. That's why Shannon was able to touch all of her little cousins the way she touched them. Shannon had inappropriate relations with female cousins. And for those of you that may not know about it, one of the cousins came out here and admitted it, said how much it broke her spirit and it broke her as a person. So if she did it to that cousin, imagine. Absolutely, Top. She did and accepted everything he asked just to keep him around. That's a nasty low self-esteem, gutter eating, slab rolling, big neck, girl, bad overbite ass. I've never seen a bunch of low self-esteem women like that in my life. And Annette's self-esteem is just as low. Because what decent woman want to lay up with a man, and every man that Annette lays with, his name is attached to the pedophilia list? I don't get it. But Linda said, I believe Annette touched Jarvis in the worst kind of way. In the worst kind of way. Them people don't need to question Annette. They already know what's going on. Valerie said, Naziah said that she was invisible and that she was a rainbow. Jarvis was wrong for that shit, touching children. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. That's right. Naziah said, not drag racing. Naziah did call Shannon a rainbow. And y'all sitting, Kenyatta, let me tell you, sis. Kenyatta, I don't know why I'm calling you Kenyatta. Kenyatta, listen. Listen, sister, listen. Told you Jarvis was walking around here, ABC 123 vending machine. I said that long time ago. And I don't know why I said it. It was just the look he had. I don't know why I said that shit back then. Then the judge come and read that shit off. I said, God damn, Mocha, confirmation. And now Shannon walking around here looking like a bobblehead. All she got is head. Nobody, just head. Now you done let Jarvis color the rainbow. Girl, look, but you're desperate. You're desperate. D. Cross said, and why would he take a plea deal? That's the stuff that I have been saying. Why would he take a plea deal and off himself? He could have let it go to trial and then did what he did, right? Yep. And another thing, he could have said anything about the body whereabouts. D. Cross, we've been saying that. We have been saying that. Why would Jarvis sit his ass up there that long? Because we got to make it make sense. Jarvis had just spent 10 years in prison on something similar as that. Charges, same damn charges. Just not having the redrum. He did his 10 years and wasn't worried about nobody doing him nothing in prison. I don't know if he was a booty bandit in prison or he was giving it up. I don't know, but he survived it. He hit the streets doing the same shit. He hit the streets doing the same shit. Nobody bothered him. But he knew why he was safe on the street, because the enterprise was protecting him. Jarvis goes back to jail. Now you're in the county for 2 years. No worries. This is a thing for me. I'm going to go, I'm going to get out. I'm going to go, I'm going to get out. He never thought of harming himself. He never thought of unaliving himself. So why go through the troubles? And nobody can make me believe that Naziah was haunting him. Why now? He been laying in the county for 2 years. So you mean to tell me that Naziah go start haunting him the minute he get sentenced? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. It's something deeper and darker attached to that. I'm covered. You better say that. You better say that. Absolutely. There was nobody. There shouldn't have been no damn plea deal at all. How do you make a... But my thing is, where was their mind to make a goddamn plea deal like that? You ain't got your hands on Naziah. You ain't got your hands on the body. So why would you give a plea deal? Come on now. But listen, it may look to us like they messed up, right? It may look to us that they really, really, really messed up. It may look to us that Detroit really messed up with this case, right? But in their eyes, they didn't mess up. In their eyes, they were following protocol. In their eyes, they were doing what they were supposed to do, because that's the way the enterprise moves. Detroit make their own rules as they go. That's why we are where we are. The corruption is real. They don't answer to no higher ups, they answer to the enterprise. And the enterprise sent representatives to the courts to let them know, hey, I see y'all. Now either y'all go do what we say do, or we go have a problem. Dr. JD, hey boo, happy Sunday to you. That's crazy. Rock. Absolutely, Wings and Mambo. That deal should have never been fulfilled until Naziah was found. Absolutely. I agree 100%. What kind of world are they living in? Corruption at its finest. Rock said, did that family really say they would miss that rat bastard? They sure did. But Rock, Rock, I'm just trying to piece it together, sister. Because the brother, right? Do y'all remember the brother's interview? Do y'all remember hearing the brother? Do y'all remember hearing the brother? That brother said they didn't fuck around with Jarvis. Jarvis couldn't come around them, nor their children. Jarvis had been weird all his life. He said, my older brother wanted to murk him, and we could have ended that. So that family didn't look at him that way. So Jarvis had been doing the most for a long time. For a long time. So that's why, and no disrespect to his sister, but even she said at one time, she did not want her brother around, her daughter, nor her grandchildren. So the end results to this, listen, the end results to this is going to be very telling. There are players, baby, and I'm only calling it how I see it. The game is being strategically played. Everybody knew what he was. Love Jones says 1 minute they're saying they won't say where the body is. Then when he dies, they say they're still searching. We can't believe nothing. Absolutely, Love Jones, because you got to make it make sense. Here it is. Kim Worthy said we're satisfied with what Mr. Butts has told us, his truthfulness. Now she's making us believe Jarvis Butts gave her some truth. Now here DPD come 2 days later. And the 2 days later, look what DPD says. We're very aware of the demise of Mr. Jarvis Butts. This is still an ongoing investigation. And in order to bring the family closure, we will continue the search for Naziah Harris. Hold up, what you mean? What do you mean you gonna continue to search? Kim Worthy just said 2 days ago. Wendy, hey boo. Welcome to the chat and thank you for always supporting the channel. My thing is, Kim Worthy just said Jarvis told y'all where she was. That's what that lady said. That lady said Jarvis told y'all where she was. So why DPD come back 2 days later and say, man, come on now. Come on now. Y'all go stop. Y'all around here pissing on, y'all ain't gonna piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Y'all will not. D-Cross. That's a hell of a question, boo. That's a hell of a question. And D-Cross, I want to know the answer. Chat, can y'all help me? Can y'all help D-Cross? Because we really need to know. Love Jones, she really needs to be fired. We need to know. Welcome to the chat, Love Jones. I'm just reading your shit and ain't even welcoming you to the chat, girl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. D-Cross says, why are they pretending he's deceased? What is the police hide? Hello? Because I want to know. I want to know. How many of y'all, let me ask this question. Let me ask this question, because y'all know we ask questions. How many of you all believe Jarvis Butts is really deceased? If you really believe he's deceased, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't believe, give me a 2. And if you're up in arms and you know what the fuck to believe, throw a 3 in the chat. I just want to see where we at with that. 1 if yes. 2 if you don't believe it. 3 if you're up in arms and confused. Y'all don't believe it. Essie says she confused. Look at how many people don't believe it. Hey, Trey, welcome to the chat. Tom says she confused. I see. Hey, Leopard, welcome to the. I see all y'all. Oh, Lord, 3 ribbons. Welcome, 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 y'all. You just don't know. You just don't know what to believe. This shit is confusing as hell. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, this is some confusing shit. Look at my girl Star up in here. Star, I'm all behind on the comments, girl. But y'all, Mocha wasn't supposed to be doing all of that talking. I'm gonna drop the link. And if y'all can feel free and come now. Hang out with Mocha on a panel. Y'all could talk it out. Because everybody got something to say. I know y'all do. I know y'all do. It ain't just about me. It's about all of us in here. And I really want to hear another side other than just Mocha's side. I really want to hear somebody else's side other than just mine. Because maybe this ain't what we doing. Welcome everybody to the chat. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I see all the new faces in here. Thank you all for subscribing to the channel. Thank you all. I appreciate it so very much. And right now we're discussing the case, Jarvis Butts, Naziah Harris, and what just don't look right to us. Top, that's my biggest thing. Self-inflicted how? What he doing with a plastic ball? Ron said because he was to be gone this past Thursday. And that database was updated yesterday. Why is he still showing active? Exactly. Exactly. Janice Webb said they haven't said anything about his funeral. Or is it going to be made to the public, Janice? I don't know. I don't know. Trey says, I truly believe that his death was assisted by the inmates. That's a possibility. We ain't ruling nothing out. Bryn, welcome, boo. We ain't ruling nothing out. It's just that it's just so strange. You understand where I'm going with that, Trey? The timing was strange. Jarvis lasted 2 whole years in county. Jarvis went through a whole trial. Well, not a trial, I lie. Jarvis went through, the whole 2-year phase in and out of court. Why the minute they move him, he decides to take his own life? Dr. J, a whole damn plastic fuck, sis. Because I want to know, if he unalived himself, how? Carla Henry said, we waiting to see the obituary. Well, Carla Henry, Carla Henry, we dealing with Detroit. There may not be one. But Linda said, are Detroit not asking any question? News journalists not asking? Baby, I don't know, because all we want to know is where the hell is Naziah? Dr. JD, do you understand, sis? Dr. JD said they got rid of him faster than the whole investigation of Naziah Harris being missing. That's what Roz, I want to see a medical report. Roz, not even a medical. Roz, people think I be reaching. They think I be going the extra mile. And sometimes I do. Listen. Look at how many doubles. Look at how, oh, I got somebody backstage. Look at how many doubles there was in the Kanika Jenkins case. Hey, sis.
How are you? Can you hear me?
I hear you fine and well. What's going on?
I know the bells and bows. Mocha, Mocha, Mocha. First of all, it's a play. It's a play. I don't believe he unalive himself because he's a narcissist. That's number one. He likes to control the narrative. Other people's narrative, his narrative is life, so I don't believe he unalive himself. Also, like I said in the chat earlier, if the people that's coming in, I said earlier in the chat that they're going to come up with another narrative saying that they need more time. They're not going to have a funeral. His brother doesn't care about him. His brothers, he has several brothers. He has 3 other brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't mess with him. His sister don't mess with him either. She might have been speaking to the family, but at the end of the day, she doesn't care for Jarvis either. She might care for his children, but she doesn't care for him at all.
Absolutely.
She is an SA victim. She doesn't want her own daughter or her grandkids by him. She the one that told on her brother.
Right.
Once she found out that Naziah was not Jarvis's, was King's niece. So, I just know it's a play. I'm picking out everything they're saying. They're wording things for a reason. And DBD covered their behind for the simple fact that they know they messed up on this whole investigation. Kim Worthless messed up on the investigation as well. That's why she has not made publicly a statement yet. And she's not going to. Now, as far as the Mucinex twins and Stiff Wig, they're going to get charged eventually.
Eventually.
They're going to get charged. I feel as though the higher uppers, I'm not even talking about Kim, I think it's going to get higher than that. That's just my opinion.
Right.
Because they move slow. When you get real relaxed, they say, okay, well, guess what? They're getting relaxed. It's been 2 years. They feel like Jarvis is quote unquote unalive, deceased. They're going to live with their life and they're going to swoop right on in and rest their ass. Because if you remember, they perjured themselves. Once you're sworn in, they were sworn in by Judge Sabri, right?
Right.
Once you were sworn in, you were already under oath. Those charges are still standing now. Because guess what? The case is over with, so-called over with. Now, as far as Otis, everybody in the chat last night looked it up. I look it up every couple hours. It's still active. In the state of Michigan, Department of Corrections, if a person is deceased in their facility, it's going to say deceased. It says he's getting out February 7th, 2027.
Wow.
It's a whole play. It's remind me of the Epstein files.
Absolutely. That's what I was looking at it as. Absolutely. Hey there, Archer. Welcome, boo.
Hi, Archer.
You hear me?
Just 1 second, Sheena. I was speaking to the Archer. You there, boo?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, couple things. One thing I put in the chat is this enterprise thing. It's been going on for a while, y'all. I need everyone to look up the Atlanta child murders from the late 70s, early 80s. There's a lot of similarities here. I know people probably heard of Wayne Williams and everything like that. There's a whole backstory where kids, Black kids were popping up missing and murdered, almost 30 of them in like a 2-year period. And it was almost like a pedophilia network going on in Atlanta.
Absolutely.
And it's a lot of similarities with these kids in Detroit, not just the one case that's open now with Naziah, but all over are popping up missing. And there's people who were suspects that went to jail on other charges that went to prison and disappeared in the system. Can't nobody find any records on them. Can't nobody find out where they are, where they're being holded. When they get out, they just disappeared.
Yes.
And they had a fall guy. And I have my opinions. I've done the research on the case. I've read the case files. Just everybody, if you want to know what Mocha talking about, the enterprise, this stuff been going on for 40 plus years.
Absolutely.
And it hit Detroit. So this case right here sticks out like a sore thumb when we're talking about missing and murdered children, because it just makes me think of the Atlanta child murders.
And the similarities, as you said, they're absolutely there. Absolutely there. And that's why I bring up the enterprise as much as I do. Because you cannot unsee it.
No. Jarvis, in my opinion, I don't know where he is. I don't know what happened to him. He gave them something.
Absolutely.
Okay, about what was going on. He gave them something. And he knew in that courtroom that either...
Wait a minute.
He had to do something.
Wait a minute.
Something was going to get done.
Oh, I forgot. I thought it was on mute. When you said that, the arch, it just clicked in my head. Mocha, remember when I was like, I emailed you and I said, Mocha, they found a X ring in Texas and California.
Right.
And this was what, maybe like 5 days before, maybe a week before he so-called posted on the live, that was a big ring in California. And they found over 150 kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about. You just sent me that. And that's very similar to what we're talking about now.
Exactly. I was saying, the Archie, do you know what I'm talking about? They found all those kids from the age of 4 up to 17 years old. So I'm sitting there like, and everybody kept saying Texas and California. They were in 2 different locations. My thing is this: these kids was you gotta say traffic. All over the place. They were from Ohio. They were from different states, right? So I'm sitting in my head, when you said the enterprise, I understand what the enterprise is. But my thing is this. In the chat, I said Jarvis was Swiss cheese. And I put the rat thing, mean like he was telling a lot of people. He gave up something, like you said. So in my head, it just clicked in my head. I was like, wait a minute. This big bus just went down with these 150 kids were rescued.
Hello.
Were rescued like a week ago. Yeah. And I emailed Mocha and I said, Mocha, look at this. And then we got to talk about the ex sergeant that just got arrested.
That
like 2 days before they so-called. Now, if you look on Otis, the same day he got arrested on the 26th, right? Jarvis was on live on the 28th, but it says on the 26th that he was processed there. No, he was there 2 prior to that. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you the state of Texas, in California, where y'all need to be paying attention, is there a major airport hub around the bust? Because Atlanta is a major airport hub. It's been that way since the murder started going on in the 80s, the late 70s, early 80s. Detroit is a hub for 2 major airlines. So you guys,
we know they have tunnels. We found that they have tunnels underneath the subways, and they have tunnels that go from the airport. They got tunnels that come from underneath the hotels, go all the way through the subways, go to the airport. We digging. We dig.
Yeah,
deep.
Yeah, it's. I'm telling y'all, and even with the Atlanta child murders, you had a suspect that lived in the neighborhood that the neighbors were saying kids are hanging out at his house, and he told people, he told the cops and the FBI that he was a PDF. He went on the news and admitted to knowing 10 of the victims and said he was a PDF. Who was protecting him? And people, this is an old man. Now,
Absolutely.
He was old. And when I say old, y'all, when I looked up his birth record, he's born 1918. So this is like 80, 81. So he was old. So
he's
he admitted,
that
he knew 10 of the, he knew most of the kids, and they came to his house. He even admitted having relations with some of the kids, and he's in the FBI files talking like this.
And it's allowed. It's okay. And nothing is being done.
No, well, his house got burned down about 2 years after that, mysteriously. And you don't hear nothing else from him. The only way we found something on him, somebody in his family, when he passed away, and mind you, this man passed away like 20-something years ago.
Right.
So how you and he stayed in Atlanta. You just say all this stuff and nothing happens to you. No charges, but they found the fall guy and did things, like I said, just research it and research his case. Y'all will be astounded at the similarities.
And you know, I started when this case started, I actually started researching the Atlanta case. Mm-hmm. And that's where I started connecting dots. All the similarities are there.
Yes.
You know, and another thing, just like this last case, Rashina, what was this last case we was doing? I just mentioned her name. The little girl, the girl in the hotel.
Ooh.
I just mentioned her name. But anyway, don't you know that these people is out here making big money?
Yes.
They're making big money on these redrum mysteries. Can't say the damn word, but it's like it's a play. It's a game for them all.
Yeah.
Kanika Jenkins. That's her name. Kanika Jenkins. Thank you, Carly. Kanika Jenkins. Yes. Yeah. It's like they're playing a game.
They're playing a game in our faces. In the Atlanta case, they had one instance when you mentioned the Enterprise, there was this minister that was involved with the PDFs, and one of the kids that got, done, delivered him a note from somebody that said, "Lay off the kids, you're messing with the multi-million-dollar enterprise."
Yes. And the thing is, he was doing too much, and they wanted to slow him down. He was doing too much, and he was exposing them.
Yep.
And that's what happened.
Sergeant? What about y'all think about the sergeant? The sergeant did all this stuff to all these kids. How you going to be a DBD sergeant? You had a rank, and you were essaying children.
Oh, that's nothing. They do that.
No, I'm not saying there's nothing. I'm just saying, like, they're doing it right under your noses, and all of a sudden, out the blue, he's exactly.
They're doing
you essay all these children. That means everyone was covering for you too.
Right.
Yeah, everything is a cover.
Just 1 second. Dr. JD says a record-breaking operation by the Marion County Sheriff's Office and Attorney General's Office arrested 48 individuals for attempting to meet children for inappropriate behavior. And she said a 2-week multi-agency operation, Hillsborough County, Panelist County, and Pasco County rescued 60 children, marking a massive recovery effort in the region. Wow.
That's what I sent you, Mocha.
That's the same thing you sent me. Absolutely. That's what you sent me.
They were ages from 4 to 17. Where were their parents at? 4 to 17?
Yeah.
4 years old.
That's what was going on in Atlanta. That was, and there was 29. And the thing in Atlanta, there was a detective that actually came close. He was a retired detective. He came close to cracking the case because he said all the kids were disappearing from the projects in Atlanta. And there was one teenager that knew all the kids, and he was out in the community, and his own family said that Wayne Williams, the one that actually is in jail for all these murders, could never fight him. They said that half the kids were bigger than Wayne. And you know, these kids, they was, you know, they was rough. And
Wayne Williams was the fall guy.
Basically, and the whole setup. Please research the case, y'all, because the whole they said, oof, that's all I can say.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's sad. And it's like they're doing this shit, and you know, like they could get away with it, and nobody is going to say anything about it. And it's a shame for Annette to sit her ass there and know that this is what's going on. Because I want y'all to know, this ain't Annette's first goddamn rodeo. This is the first time she got caught and the light was shining on her.
Yes, absolutely not. If you have 40 years of CPS cases, trust me, the limelight was on you.
And how did it get that many cases, and they're being overlooked? Because y'all know CPS will come into most situations like gangbusters, and they love taking kids.
Dirty Detroit. Sorry from Detroit, but I call it a dirty D. I'm just saying.
That's what it is. The dirty D.
Keep more dirty. Their minds are dirty. I don't take it from the one that lives there. My apologies, people. I'm just saying, but they call it dirty dick.
I'm just saying. To something. The female judge, when she gave her summation, I sat there. I was like, okay, you getting it, sis? You got it. She was saying
right now. Oh, you see what branch she's in now, right? She's overseeing every case of children. So when your children get taken away for neglect, abuse, SA, you're not getting your kids back. That's how God works.
Yeah. Wow.
And God put her in that position for a reason.
He sure did.
Exactly.
The Annettes and the Shannons of the world have to go through her from this point on.
Yep.
To get their kids back, and they're never getting no kids back.
No,
and but certain things she could not say. That's what I'm saying. Listen to what she was saying. She was saying something without saying something, so she keep her job. And that's what I said. In that comment, you have to listen, because she was dropping gems without saying things.
Yes. Absolutely.
She was doing that in some meetings. She was doing that the other day too, and I was like, okay, now, okay, sis, you own it. Now you getting it. You got it. She had it from day one. She knew they were lying from day one. Did you see her how she had to keep biting her damn tongue when she was looking up at the ceiling too? Yeah.
Yes. You saw that?
She knew they were lying.
These people are strange. I've never seen nothing like that in this time.
Very.
See, the raffle guy right now just touching him on the shoulder. He ain't get him yet. He tapping him, right?
Yeah.
So they're getting comfortable right now. Like I said, it's a slow process. I'm not comparing. Remember what the girl that on the live, Romika Meeks, how she thought everything was sweet and they came and swooped up on up. That's what Annette and Shannon them. Trust and believe me.
It's a process. Believe me, it's a process.
It is.
It's a process.
Oh, they gonna get him? You don't think? Okay. Oh, he told on somebody. Why is it a big arrest? All these years, this man retired now. He's getting charged with SA and all these kids in Detroit and running molestation and SA and all these kids, and he living all the way in North Carolina. This big ring just got busted last week, and
but the funny thing is, he was still. I'm pretty sure he was still caught up in it since, because they arrested him had a job at an airport.
Bingo.
Of
you
course.
Understand what I'm saying? They gotta stay. Yeah, they gotta stay within the realm of what they are comfortable with.
What you doing working at the airport? I keep telling y'all, Detroit's a hub, Atlanta's a hub, Houston's a hub.
Oh, he was in North Carolina. He moved from Detroit. He was living in North Carolina at the time he got arrested, but still, he retired.
Absolutely. Thank you, Wendy. Absolutely. This man was working at an airport, and that's the same thing I say. You know, it's like, I don't know why nobody looked into that church. I don't know why I can't get that church out of my head.
But you saw the girls with wigs and lipstick on?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Is this one that they go to, the family go to?
Yes. And the church, look, when the heat got on Annette, when all this stuff came out about Naziah, they kicked Annette out of the church. She could no longer be a member. They kicked her and her family out.
Sure did. Smooth out.
Wow.
Boop. You out of here.
And These
That's a
babies were
normal, you have
sitting.
to
These
need it.
babies were sitting in that church. The oldest looked like she was maybe 8, and they had her
With a
dressed
wig
with a
on, a
blonde
wig and
wig,
lipstick on.
lipstick, all of that.
Yes,
Yes.
Wow.
yes. These are actual pictures.
Oh
This
yeah.
whole thing, this
They ain't
case
have no
is
checks,
so
no nothing.
onion.
I'm like, who wants babies?
Those
These people are
old.
sick.
I
And Annette was
told
getting
you.
all those kids to sell those kids. That's why I'm so financially distraught. My
The first
finance,
thing out
I
your
bet
mouth,
so.
that's the first thing out your mouth.
That yo, that's what got me. That was the first thing out of her mouth.
And the thing is, that when somebody with common sense around her think like, girl, you better go up there and start talking about your grandbaby.
She never
But the,
cared about Naziah. She
but you
cared about
know,
what Naziah could do for her.
I know that, but you up there in court of public opinion right now saying that people taking pictures of you and all kinds of stuff like that. You need to be up
That's
there doing
why she
damage
wore
control and
that
talking
stiff
about that little girl.
wig to hide her face. If you blow that picture up, go back to a picture of her, right? And blow it up
Yeah.
5 times. Ain't not one tear. Her face dry
No.
as the desert.
but
Ain't
not
not
When she
only
one
grabbed,
tear
that,
in
when she
her
grabbed the
eyeballs.
stairs, remember she
we
grabbed the stairs?
what was really bad about her whole stance, sitting there on that stand with talking about an impact statement. What grandmother, what mother with a missing child, if you really care about them, how would anybody else look at hearing her say,
Mm-hmm.
since Naziah's been gone, I have been affected financially? That's the
Yeah,
first damn thing she said. So what will we make out of that? Because everybody
exactly.
and their mother knows that, just Naziah was with Jarvis. And we know what
Mm-hmm.
that was about. We saw
Yeah.
Naziah in a motel room with Eric Gamble, your brother,
And
who
didn't
is a
the aunt
And
call
cheerleader.
that's the
Jarvis
first
and say,
violation right
where's,
there.
and the
He
aunt
was
called Jarvis and said, to
free.
the aunt home.
Exactly. With Annette, it was all about, absolutely, Valerie. Absolutely. Carla Henry, it was all about money. Annette wasn't worried about nothing but a dime.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, let's talk about how she still was collecting checks for Vari, and Vari's not living with her.
Isn't he
Well,
grown now?
Yes, she was. When Vari ran away at 16, Vari just turned 19. She collected them
Okay.
checks up until Vari was 18 years old.
And another thing too that's kind of weird to me is that Zania's daddy just died.
yeah,
He was looking for it.
Naziah's daddy passed away. Well, when Naziah went missing,
He
this
passed away
man
6 months
came out
later.
and he said he had heart trouble, and he was operating on 5%. And
Mm-hmm.
him and his family went out there looking for Naziah while his heart was failing. They
Yeah.
were putting up missing flyers. And
He had to check them up.
that man said Marquita and Shannon were pulling down the flyers as they were putting them up. Then he said that his family met with some children in the neighborhood, children that Naziah went to school with. He asked them, when was the last time y'all saw my baby girl? When was the last time y'all saw Naziah? And he said
Mm-hmm.
those children said it had been weeks, 3 to 4 weeks max, that they
Wow.
had seen Naziah. So that's why I said that January 9th date was bullshit. Naziah
Of
been
course.
gone.
And the
We've
thing
been
is,
saying
she
that.
put in the text messages that the baby was getting in the way of PE. So, I had PE in almost 30 years, but last time I checked, you in PE clothes and they could see you. If she's, what I would say, 85 pounds, it's soaking wet, ain't nobody notice a bump? Like how all this went unknown. Like
It didn't. It didn't. They knew. Because look, let me tell you, when I tell you it didn't go unnoticed. Yesterday, right here in the chat, somebody put in a chat yesterday that Annette's cousin was on another podcast panel and said that she know for a fact Annette inserted the AB pill in Naziah.
wow.
So
I
they
was,
knew.
I was blown away by that, but okay. Yeah, I seen that. I was like, okay.
Wow.
But remember, she was texting. I don't know if that was Naziah or Rockhead Shannon, but it was one of them, and she was very
Come
watchful,
on, tablet,
but
text
she was
on
asking
tablet.
for the pill. So how would she know about a pill? You understand? So she had to be introduced
Absolutely.
to it before.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's in some of the stuff that she was saying on the text message when she said, "Go get with Shannon, give her some so her ass will act right."
Girl.
A 13-year-old? So you mean to tell me a 13-year-old handling you better than some of these grown ass women?
Right? It's not her fault. They groomed her that way.
Exactly. And that's when I knew there was grooming going on, especially when she started talking about the other. Well, oof.
Yeah, it was a lot. And my thing, it baffled me because I'm like, okay, how does a 13-year-old, sit there and have that type of conversation?
Yep.
Because this wasn't new to her. You had to have been in that game a long, long, long time.
And one thing too, and I'm pointing this out. No, I'm surprised nobody's pointing this out. And we all women, and we know, how's a little 13-year-old getting down with a grown man? Fill in the blanks. And it's not.
I can't fathom that. I'm sorry, I can't. I cannot.
What it tells me is I don't think he was the first.
She wasn't.
Whew.
First of all, she was in a violation.
That family even came out here.
Her brother ran around with children.
Even came out here and said that because she was with an autistic guy, they need to stop that. Look at how many people they gave this child. Look at how many different men they gave her.
Wow. I can't. I just.
First of all, my parents to be charged because she had foster children, she had adopted children, she had Naziah in the house, and her other grandkids in the house with her brother that was a registered SA offender, top 3-tier SA offender, and he was babysitting children. He was supposed to be around children. She should be arrested for that. That's number one.
Yes.
Okay. Naziah looked so uncomfortable. He was grabbing her when he was drinking that beer. She's dancing doing the TikTok. She had to be like 7 years old, and he grabbing all on her.
Okay, listen. There are parts during this whole thing that I had to take a step back. I don't know about y'all because it was
mentally. I had to.
It was too much, and it was the thing that there's a line of people that failed this child.
Absolutely.
All of them did. All of them.
Is there anyone that we can say that can account for that they was in this child's corner all her life?
Nobody.
And that's sad. Not one. All these people.
I saw a lady on another platform yesterday. She was an older lady. She was in her 60s, 65, I think she said she was. And the lady said she was the one that was giving Naziyah's mom a ride to court. She said her car was already not working very well, but she said nobody in the family thought to go pick lady up to bring her to court. So she said she took a chance with her car not working to give this lady a ride to the courthouse. She said, and they didn't make it. She said, but she's been in Lady's corner since, she said she's been knowing Lady since she was a little girl. She said Lady used to play with her children. And she said Lady comes to her to take a bath. She said when she's hungry, Lady come to her. She said when Lady needs something to eat, she comes to her. The lady said she's been in Lady's corner praying for her, hoping she could get herself together. She said, but she will never throw her away. So I'm like, okay, this lady has been as much of a mother to Lady as more than Annette could ever be.
And the thing is, my question is this: how did Jarvis get in the picture? Because he's been in the picture for what, 20-something years?
Jarvis was in a picture a long time. Because let me tell you, Jarvis had Marquita first.
Got her pregnant.
Yes. Marquita was pregnant for Jarvis. And Shannon came out here and said that Marquita had an abortion because she didn't like light-skinned men. That was the story she put out. Yeah, but you didn't like light-skinned men, but you could have laid with them, right?
Exactly.
Make that shit make sense. Then Annette ends up with Jarvis. After Annette tried out the merchandise, then Shannon sat there and said, well, everybody else done played with him. Let me play with him. And her big ass got stuck and kept him because society gave him a chance.
5 times.
Let me tell you something. Those are some desperate sewer monkeys at the end of the day, because there's no way in hell and a man could come tell me, because you light skinned and got pretty hair with some jagged teeth, and tell me I'm a PDF file. Oh, society gave me a chance. I'm gonna give you a chance too. And your mother got a house full of foster kids. Are you crazy? And your youngest victim was 4 years old. Your youngest victim was 4 years old. Are you sick?
Yeah. Annette tried to divert the truth all throughout the testimonies. Annette tried to disassociate herself from Shannon as much as she could. Annette kept telling those people, I lived on Bedford. Shannon didn't live there. She had her own place. Shannon would barely come. But Annette, you just counted 6 children in your house. So how could Shannon not live with you and you counted 6 children?
She lived there for 2 years before she got evicted. 2 years. She got evicted from Clinton Township. She only got stayed there for 2 years and moved right back with Annette.
Absolutely. Man, it's the lies for me. It's the lies.
Yeah. Yep.
She got that subsidized apartment. She couldn't pay her subsidized thing. She got kicked out and had to move right back with her mother.
But Annette tried to control that narrative. Annette tried to control the narrative, and I'm hoping the world saw that. That's crazy.
Oh, the world saw a lot. And the thing is, if you saying people doing this and people doing that, you think going up there and acting like you about to have a stroke with that wig on is gonna help?
Look, my brother. You see what Cornell?
Wow. It's the truth.
It is absolutely the truth, Cornell. I agree with you.
They had to learn somewhere.
Well, we all know her mother, Annette's mother was a skank. Annette was a skank. Her daughters are skanks. She let her own husband touch on Lady. That's why Lady is traumatized, but they don't give. Listen, like we said before in that chat, we didn't see plenty of addicts stop what they doing and protect their cubs, their children. So that's not an excuse.
In my family. I got them in my family. I know exactly what you're talking about. You got that maternal instinct. Either you got it or you don't.
Absolutely.
Either you got it or you don't.
And my thing with all of this is this case could have been over a long time ago if Annette would have just told the damn truth.
And Annette, she didn't want that money to stop. She didn't want that money to stop.
She diverted this whole situation.
Yep.
First of all, by going to bed that night. So we're gonna let's follow her script. Let's follow her January 9th script, because we gotta take what they give us, although we know better.
Yeah.
We're gonna take January 9th. Annette, you went to bed. You didn't look for her. And then when Shannon says, let's back up. We don't even have to go to when she went to bed, right? Mm-hmm. Shannon says Naziah gets off the bus at 3:00.
Yep.
Naziah walks home. By the time Naziah gets home, it's 3:05. Shannon said Annette backed out of the driveway at 3 p.m. So can't nobody make me believe Annette did not run into Naziah when she backed out of that driveway.
Exactly.
So now my question comes to Annette. Annette, did you pick Naziah up? And where did you deliver her? That's my question to Annette.
I still want to know, because the judge touched on it when they're talking about the girls going up to the shop to do work to clean up. And the judge had alluded that was code for something else, because when when Naziah popped up missing, who did the auntie call? She said to him, still no Tutta.
Exactly.
Well, why are you reaching out to him about Tutta?
Exactly. Because it was normal for them. And I said, which child gonna be?
Still no Tutta, but you can't call the police. Make that make sense.
No, you gonna sit there and go to the school?
I've never heard nobody report a child as a runaway or missing as a runaway at a school.
At a school.
And not just that. First of all, as an adult, and you're a mother, quote unquote, a mother, Shannon. She's not a mother, but anyway, you say, okay, you have technology, you have a phone. So if she didn't come home by 3:30, when you call your mother, till they ain't come home, Mom. Yeah, you out running your errands. Can you look around and see if you see to the check her friend's house, whatever. But mind you, her lazy ass was home with the other 2 younger kids. You couldn't walk in that way to see if she was at that so-called park down the street from the house. You did nothing. 6 o'clock, you come back. And that stiff ass, wearing ass, synthetic ass, lying ass, didn't get out the car. You sending little kids up the driveway to ask, did Naziah come home? That don't make sense. Why would you ask, did Naziah come home?
Didn't they say something about the after school program? One of them said she might be at the after school program. They pulled her out of it.
Let's back it all the way up. No, Archer. She got kicked out for fighting. That's what they said us. They told us in the preliminary. She got kicked out for prior. Okay. And then when the judge asked her, Judge Sabri asked her, why is it that it was only girls going to the shop? The shop. Yeah. She's like, why would I go clean up? I ain't no man.
Who said that?
Shannon.
Jesus.
Didn't she, Mocha?
No. That's Marquita.
Said I ain't no man.
Marquita said that on the podcast.
She said they asked her, why would you just send all y'all got boys in your family? She said, yes, we got boys, but why would y'all just send the girls? Oh, because he asked for the girls to clean up to make extra money. He would get them $25 a piece. Why would I go up to the shop? I ain't no man. What?
Okay. But then they would take the $25 from the children.
No, you know they was touching them kids up there. Ain't no man. First of all, ain't no woman gonna send no. Listen, I have 3 girls. They're grown now. I'm not sending my kids when they were younger to no man's shop, no man's house, no nothing. You hear me?
Absolutely.
I ain't sending none of my girlfriends, my nieces, no females to no man's house. For what? What do you need to do at a man's house or his job or whatever the case may be?
Exactly. Absolutely.
That's common sense as a mother. You have a son. If it'd be different if Jarvis teaching his so-called nephew how to change a tire or sweep the shop or whatever the case may be. But you're sending girls, all girls.
Yeah. The fact that they continue to lie
out of respect. I don't name the other kids' names out of respect.
But the fact that they continue to lie, though, the fact that they continue to lie. Like Cornell said, Jarvis was on the list at the school to pick these children up. Annette authorized that, saying that Jarvis was Naziah's daddy.
What? Yes. Absolutely. And not just that, but he was not even registered to be a sex offender in the state of Michigan. How did he slip through the holes? How?
Good question. Because he wasn't on registry.
But that's what I'm saying. How wasn't the top tier 3 sex offender not registered?
Well, you
put back in jail.
You fault Kim Worthy for that. That's where it comes from. It comes from there.
This is crazy. I would never. You heard what I said when I go visit my sister. I tell Mocha, I don't like going through the airport. It's so gloomy in the airport. I tell Mocha that all the time, don't I, Mocha? I don't even like going through the airport when I have to fly through the airport. And my sister lived 3.5 hours away from Detroit. I tell Mocha all the time, I'm going to visit my sister. I'm like, Mocha, I don't like going through Detroit. It's just an eerie spirit.
Yeah. Detroit is weird, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and a lot of people might say, but Atlanta is weird too. Atlanta has been weird. It's these cities. I'm telling y'all, it's the whole thing. If there's a major airport or transportation system, that's where these things are.
They can have it.
It's really sad. I'm wondering if somebody gonna pick this up and make a Netflix docuseries out of it. I don't know if they do.
It's probably already in the damn making.
You know who already on it, right? Rock Face.
Yeah.
Rock Face on it, trust me. She about that dollar. anything she can make up $1. How you making anything you the advocate for a cousin that you never met before? She's never met her. The brother don't know who she is. He's like, who is Rockface? So he's older than his sister. So if he's older than his sister and he's telling that he doesn't know her, how does a Naziah know? But you the advocate for the family? Get your ass out of here.
It's just too much. That family knows too much. That family knows too much because
it's an onion. It's layers and layers and layers. It's you peel back one layer, here comes something else. You peel back another, here comes something else.
Absolutely. This is horrible.
Wait till the weather hit. Wait till it get warm. It's gonna be some more stuff. They're gonna be fighting and feuding. They ain't gonna have nothing for Naziah no more. Watch when I tell you. Watch when I tell you.
Yeah.
Now they got this narrative. They out there looking for Naziah. Wait a minute. How they looking for her?
Exactly.
How?
Good question.
I
think that she's just elsewhere.
Naziah,
but she's elsewhere, and he's elsewhere too.
Yep.
And that's my take on it.
Every time they think Mocha crazy, Mocha got discernment. Every time she called it, Mocha called this a month ago. Mocha called this took a plea deal.
Yeah, I remember.
And guess what happens? Then all of a sudden, Mocha was like, watching this disappear. Next thing you know, poof. Who gets transported in 4 days after being sentenced? Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was quick.
I believe everybody that's black and brown and even Caucasian has had families that's been in the prison system. So therefore we know that they sick for a minute.
It does.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You got to go through house in Virginia, quarantined. Isn't that what he was doing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to quarantine first before you get shipped at, and then they got to find you somewhere to ship, and they ain't going to tell you where you shipped at because they don't want your family to do nothing stupid like they do in the movies, block the bus off with all the inmates and X, Y, and Z. So they don't even tell you where you're going.
Right. And not just that. Not just that, though. Here it is. They moved it that quick, right? Mm-hmm. But to move it as quick as they did.
Yep.
Tell me why they're now that he's so say deceased, y'all still got all of this shit up there on your thing on your website. He's active, he's still here, but y'all don't want to. Y'all say he's deceased. Y'all don't want to say how he was unalive. Y'all don't want to say how many people were in the cell with him. Y'all don't want to say none of that.
They had more when what's his face when Dahmer got killed in prison. We knew all the details within the next day.
Absolutely.
Okay? And if I'm not mistaken, I don't even think they even offered to put him in protective custody, and he wanted to do general population. So the thing I don't understand is, if we know that, how come we don't know this? That
part. So why is that a secret? That's what I want to know. Why is that a secret?
And know what else is a secret too? Why is it that his plea deal was redacted? That's a secret. They're not letting us see the transcript. Why is it that whatever he said, like Judge Labrie said on her interview, she said that there were several, more than at least 8 people in that room, but even she tried to look it up and she cannot find it.
See?
When they said where the dying body was supposed to be put at. And she said, in order for him to get a plea deal, the family had to agree on it.
That part. And that's what bothers me. That's what bothers me with Annette. Your grandchild. And you willing to cover this up? But I can believe it, though, because look at how many children came up missing on Annette's watch and nobody never dug into it. The family members never said nothing, but it comes out now. Why y'all wait for it to come out now and nothing is still being done?
No, but Mocha, you know what? That's what comes back to the plea. Remember, it says do not have contact with Annette Harris. That's what it meant. Remember, we was reading the plea deal.
Yep.
And that's why it said that it had Annette Harris on. It was like, why would he put Annette Harris? We were trying to figure like, why would he put Annette Harris on a plea deal? Because she agreed and signed that plea deal.
That's right.
She did to the plea deal. So when his defense attorney and the prosecutor gave it to her, she had to agree to it. She didn't agree to it. Then the plea deal was off the table. Until she agreed to the terms. And that's why I put Annette Harris first.
That's crazy.
They need to be careful, because if there's stuff that they are withholding, it may violate the Brady law, which means that they have to, whatever they have to present to the court in open court, unless they get an injunction.
They already violated the Brady law. They already violated the Brady law.
Yeah. This whole thing.
Detroit is not playing by the rules. They're definitely not playing by the rules.
No. I'm telling you, y'all, it's the same thing with Atlanta. It's the same thing. The Wayne Williams case violated Brady and so much stuff because they were investigating the KKK for the murders before they even touched Wayne Williams. Absolutely. And that was a secret until somebody went to Wayne Williams' attorney and dropped off a bunch of files saying that the GBI and FBI were investigating the Klan for some of the murders because they had wiretap tapes of Klan members talking about the victims.
Yes.
Okay, I'm telling it's almost identical. And there's two fall guys. One of them still here for the last 40 years saying he ain't did it. And he ain't even mentioned in most of the case files. You got to make it make sense.
Make it make sense. That's right. And that's the same thing I say about him. He is a fall guy.
Yeah.
He's a fall guy. And I have been saying that from the beginning of time. This Jarvis Butts was the fall guy. Mm-hmm. He was slow. And they used him for that purpose. All they knew was he was nasty. And they let him keep being nasty. They knew he didn't have the mindset. They didn't want him to have no parts of their operation. They didn't want him to know the insights of the operation. They just let him. Jarvis Butts was a recruiter. He was recruiting these little girls for these nasty ass people to do what the hell they had to do with these children. That's why so many children are coming up missing in Detroit, and there's no answer for them.
It's a mess.
And they don't even speak about all these kids that are missing in Detroit. They just fall on the wayside. There's so many kids that's missing in Detroit right now, and they're all the same age range, between 11 and 15. That's ridiculous, and they all females, no boys.
All females, females. And then I told y'all. Right after this shit broke real big with Naziah, here it is. Here it is. Toilet paper man country. Got news. They got news everywhere. It's legal now for these Iranians to take a wife at the age of 8. These women could be a wife at the age of 8.
There's this man that did a video, and he's sitting with a bunch of black females talking about why he likes people of African and black descent because of our DNA genetic makeup. And I find it funny that all these young girls who are just entering into womanhood are popping up missing all over, not just in Detroit, it's all over. Who taking them?
Crazy.
Who taking them?
Wow, JD. You see what he just said? It says Detroit is the most corrupt city that it is. That's why I call it Dirty D.
I think all kinds of stuff going on in Detroit is it's interesting. It's that whole pocket though is kind of weird up there in that region.
And look at what Carla says. And Carla, I agree with you, baby. It's just too. I mean, you can't overlook it. Carla says, Mocha, do you think the Janiyah McMichael's case is similar to Naziyah's? Because she's still missing since August 2024 too. And they were the same age.
See?
We can't overlook that.
You can't
overlook that. And the sad part in both of these situations, the parents are involved. I don't give a damn.
Her mom lie her behind. Oh, I don't trust the mother a Oh, in that case.
All about money. All about money. And it's sad. I could never. I don't give a damn if me and my child would have to sleep in a ditch and cover our ass with the grass. I ain't selling my goddamn child for a few dollars.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
That's crazy to me.
They do it all the time.
And Annette should be ashamed of her damn self. And then you sit up there pretending to be damn emotional when you know that your hands are damn dirty and you fed this child to the wolves. How the hell you stand in a court? You're going to adopt her legally, so you claim. And then you're going to let her move in with a goddamn Shannon, knowing that Jarvis is a pedo. I don't get it.
And the thing is, like, what you have mentioned about Naziah's nickname, Glamorous and Tuda. Where did they get Tuda from? Did they ever find out where that come from?
No, they never said that. But Annette show made the world know that she was the one that gave her Glamorous.
I call her Glamorous.
And Glamorous is a damn streetwalker name. So you mean to tell me that's how much you love your granddaughter? You go give her a streetwalker name? How the hell do you get Lady out of Kenyatta? Because that's what Lady's name is, Kenyatta. So now you done took the two prettiest girls out of your household and you done gave them streetwalker names because ain't nobody want to live with them big fucking bullfrogs you got.
That they are. Well, look, somebody labeled
friend. She said, "What to look them Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?" It was the picture where they had the party. They both had same dress on. There's different colors.
Oh yeah.
And there's with Jarvis, and she said teenage. She said Donatello and Michelangelo. I was done.
That's them. That's them. I called them the Mucinex twins. The very first live stream I did on their ass because they look just like the fucking Mucinex twins. Because neither one of them look like they could breathe.
And then they got the nerve. Shannon got the nerve to color dye her hair purple. I said, Lord, the master dress. I said, why?
Annette should be ashamed of herself. Annette, no. This shit, Jarvis Butts disappeared like Jeffrey Epstein. God damn it.
Mm-hmm. And then look, remember his wife? I forgot how you say her name, but remember she supposed to be locked up. How about I Google her? She ain't locked up. She released.
Absolutely.
She got her service dog too. Okay, she got her
face in over and everything. You know that, right? She got her face in over, and I went to look her up. I was like, okay, because remember they tried to divert us off of the Epstein file because all the stuff started coming out, right? And all of a sudden, I go to war. So I started Googling, digging into it. And all of a sudden, I went to look her name up. I was like, how's she released? They didn't give her 40 years of life. They said she was released. I said, you know what?
And she got a service dog. She told them she needs a service dog, emotional support service dog.
That's what she said. And she got it too.
Well, Annette got two. Her ugly twins.
Bobber head, neck bitches.
I couldn't believe that picture. I couldn't believe that. I was like, wow.
And they look like that in real life. And y'all would have abused and misused children. Because both of them hoes look like they could eat children.
She had like she hates a couple of them children. Like, what Shannon is that?
Shannon was, I think, was at the gender reveal, one of them kids, and she had that puff on top of her head and the whole back, and you can see a big old head. And I'm like, that's what you wear. And the thing about it was, at the gender reveal thing, I don't even think Jarvis was there. Was that his baby?
He was not there, but they said Jarvis said one of them children was questionable. Jarvis said one of those children was for Cain.
Ooh.
See, they just play with, they just lay with anything.
I see.
Shannon sitting up there looking like what? Oh no, I could never.
No. It's like a whole nother planet, y'all.
Oh yeah.
When you're dealing with them.
And I'm not mad at Barry. I would have ran away too. You wake up in the fucking middle of the night and you look at that. No way. I'm nightmares for life.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And Annette sitting her ass there with her legs crossed waiting on Mister. You nasty bitch. You don't deserve the title of grandmother.
Where are the twins' daddy? Who's they daddy?
Who knows? Who the fuck knows? It might be one of Annette. But ugly
It's
like they are.
Rollo down the street from Sanford, so that's a daddy.
As ugly as them girls are. Something in my spirit tells me,
Don't say it's
Shannon.
a brother.
Something in my spirit tells me Shannon and Marquita is for a relative.
I knew he was gonna say that.
They are for a relative because, baby, them some fucked up genes, and look, some of them chromosomes is missing. Look at how they head shape.
They look slow. They look like
These
mind
bitches look slow, missing chromosomes like a motherfucker. They for a family member.
They look like mongoloids.
Shit.
Yeah. You know what a mongoloid is, right? They got deformation in the head and the face.
The incest babies.
I don't know who the hell Shannon and Marquita for.
They don't know who their daddy is. And they was tricking with a 75-year-old had babies, but she was 40.
That's crazy.
It's sick and sad. It is sick and sad.
Why you let me up here? You should not let me up here.
No, Sunshine, only one. Sunshine, only one of her children is for Eric, and that's her son. And that nasty bitch had nerve to name that child Eric Jr.
See, it's too much incest. That's disgusting. That's why they all messed up and they think it's okay.
And the family let it go on forever, and nobody never wanted to address it. And now all this shit that came out with Naziah, now they want to bring it to the forefront. I'd have been drop a fucking dime on the net. Been long time ago, because this shit is not supposed to happen. This is not normal.
When they said we was not allowed to go to Annette house, yeah, because y'all know they was doing that nasty mess at Annette house.
Annette didn't have in the last couple of years, and it's like then they move again since Naziah been gone.
Oh yeah, she done got 2 different houses since Naziah been gone.
Lord have mercy.
She been squatting. She don't pay no rent. She a squatter. How you move there?
Here's the question: who let her squat?
Living in them Ronald McDonald houses that's the same color with the goddamn shop. Now y'all go figure, connect the dots.
Ooh, don't y'all get Mocha started.
I cannot.
You're paying no rent? How's she paying rent? First the house burnt down, she moved. Then she moved from another house. You lived on Bedford 3 times.
Mm-hmm. Look at Rock. Rock crazy. Rock said that's why their hair shaped like that. Inbreds. I'm telling you,
here's the thing. All of Jarvis's baby mamas look alike. The one with the car,
they got Down syndrome too. Shit.
The one with the car that got up there.
They got that special look about them. They all look the same.
All Jarvis women look alike. I'm telling you, he had a certain kind.
He prey on a certain kind of woman so he can get close to their kids. They can touch on their kids. He knows exactly what he was doing. He goes for low self-esteem women. He go for low self-esteem women. They had kids by him so he can touch on their kids. He know exactly what he's doing. He's sick, and the women sick for messing with him. Then they got a pride.
He's sick. He's damn. Love Jones says Shannon and Marquita have a face only Annette could love. Absolutely, because nobody else can fuck with that Love Jones. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Child, Annette face. Did y'all see her face?
Look slow, walk slow. No, did you see Annette face when that girl was throwing them burgers at that cheese balls that I ate?
I saw the one when she was in Walmart and they were filming her when she was in Walmart.
Yes.
Y'all see the picture? They was taking pictures of her in Walmart.
That's crazy. They all look like, y'all remember that movie? The Children Under the Stairs?
Yeah.
That's them.
It's called The People Under the Stairs.
Whoever the fuck was under the stairs, that's them, goddammit. All of them slow.
No. You know who the twins are like? Remember the thing called, the little thing that at the end they found the Rocky Road. Remember that?
You see how stupid you is?
What was that? What was that movie called? When it was the Goonies. He looked at that thing they found in the Goonies. Remember the Goonies? That's what Shannon and Marquis look like.
Arlene said anybody made wrong. Both of them.
Yep, they BMWs. Body made wrong.
But Arlene, look, I wonder with them, because those dress they had on that first picture, baby, that first picture that ever came out on the internet. Them goddamn dresses look like some 1964 curtains.
They got them from the evangelist's house. They got them from the evangelist's house. He had them dollars.
Bitches standing up there with curtains on their ass.
Wait, did y'all see the Willy Wonka? Jarvis on the Willy Wonka jacket in the picture with him, the blazer.
Willy Wonka. He looked like a pimp from Augusta.
Willy Wonka with the thing, like Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka with that blazer on, it was purple or something like that.
Y'all crazy.
Crazy. Wonka with the Oompa Loompas, because that's what exactly what it was.
Remember the girl that ate the blueberry and turned to the big blueberry?
Yeah.
I'm like, her stomach bigger than her butt in that dress. Like, what the hell?
I'm like, Top now. Top say it was small and Annette was big. Now Annette small and them bitches big. They backwards, Top.
It did go backwards.
They said Shannon is all head. She's skinny, like she taking 150 Ozempic pills a day. They said Shannon like 150 pounds solid, and Marquita walking around like a man.
Mocha said mailman.
I'm telling you, Marquita went to Marcus, and that name is Marcus. Marcus went to court that day. And tell her, I hate you. And that bitch had on all of Florentino clothes. Florentino gave that bitch a mailman uniform with a fucking coat, and it was too small for her ass. You sit up there, stop it.
She had the pants on and the shirt. I said she got on his church finest from 1985.
It's a goddamn shame. And Naziah is still missing.
And ain't nothing statement about Naziah. Besides, that was her first daughter. Girl, sit it down.
Please sit it down.
It all the way down.
Shannon ain't shit. Naziah was 13 years old. And Naziah did a video on TikTok. And Naziah kept telling Shannon, bitch, I got your man. I got your man.
What was this?
Oh yeah. One of the TikTok videos, she was telling Shannon, bitch, I took your man. The fuck?
Mm-hmm. I said, Lord Jesus. I said she shouldn't rock, said Shannon. You could tell the way the song was basically singing, I took your man. And I was like, who's she? And she was singing to, because it was like maybe a couple months, maybe 6 months before she disappeared.
Yeah.
So she was talking to Shannon subliminal. But this will mess me up. If you got all her codes, you knew all her codes, you trying to tell me as a nosy parent and an aunt, you wasn't going through her devices? Of course you were. You know exactly what's going on.
They knew what was going on.
She did it too.
Rock and shit. Rock says Shannon and Marquita look like the wicked stepsisters in those curtain dresses. But Rock, you saw their eyes? Them bitches' eye sockets sit deep in their head. I told you. Them bitches on the spectrum. I don't give a fuck.
No disrespect to anybody that's on the spectrum, okay? No disrespect.
Oh no, I'm talking about Shannon and Marquita. I would never disrespect nobody else because I worked with those disabled children for 24 years. I would never. But them
No,
bitches,
but
they
I
want
gotta
to be
put the
some bad
disclaimer
bitches.
out there because you know how they be. You know how they play dirty on this damn app. I just put a disclaimer out there. I was not saying you were. I put a disclaimer because you know how they play on this app. You know how they play now. You heard what they was talking about.
But ladies, I'm gonna jump on.
Jarvis saw Shannon had that look. She had that look.
He know look, he got it too.
He thought he was smart. He was smarter than them. They're sitting in that house looking the way they're looking. And Annette sitting there calling the shots, playing with her cat because she can't get a man. Ain't no man wanting that. She finished. She finished.
I'm gonna drop off. So y'all have a good evening.
All right, sis. Thank you for popping up.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, girl. And I'm about to get off too. We've been in y'all cutting up in this chat.
We've been here 2 hours to change, right?
Yep.
Yes. It's time for us to say goodnight, Susie.
Yep. But it was a hell of a night, baby. It's been a hell of a night. The Orchard, we'll see you later, girl.
Good night, the Orchard. Thanks for joining the panel tonight.
All right, sis. We about to. J. Rose says, I don't believe Jarvis acted alone. I also believe that family got rid of her and they know more about Jarvis, so he took the fall. If the law don't give them God will, let me tell you, that family knows it all. That family knows it all. I don't give a damn. Rock said no man. Damn. Rock said no man wanted that with her dried prune stuck to her face. Ooh, girl, that's a mold only somebody else could love other than her.
Sure.
Absolutely, Roz. We needed to come in here and laugh a little bit. We really needed to laugh just a little bit. We needed that. We needed that. That's what family do on the
conversations. We had some heavy conversations. We need to laugh.
We come in here and we cry every fucking night. I'm tired of crying. At some point, we just needed to let a little steam off and enjoy the night. Because Annette and Shannon and Marquita, they've been enjoying since 2024. And we up here crying. We up here being mad. Our chest hurting. And them bitches enjoying like, man, fuck Shannon, Annette, and Marquita.
Exactly, because they don't.
Look at my girl Tiffany just hitting the chat. Hey, boo. Yes, ma'am. You're gonna have to catch that replay, girl. Love you more. Nope, I'm not doing all that. Right, Top. We up here feeling hearts hurting, all of these other damn emotions, and them lonely, dried, prune-faced heifers enjoying the best of their lives. I wish the fuck.
As always, they've been doing it for over 2 years, 2 months, 20-something days, almost 30 days. Get the fuck on somewhere.
Marcus gave me that because she was the one that went up on that motherfucker 2 years, 2 months. Well, bitch, now I'm counting the days with your hoe.
Now you know she don't know how to count. They gave her that. That was Chat GPT.
You understand? That's crazy as shit. But anyway, guys, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for pulling up on your girl tonight. If you have not hit that like button, please do so for your girl. Share out the live. Those of you in the bushes, look, y'all done had a show tonight. Why don't y'all grab your subscription? Become a member. Come sit on the porch with us because this is what we do. And I hope you all enjoyed this live. We're family. We're going to rock it up out of here. Y'all drop some hearts in the chat for Naziah. That's our girl. Naziah is going to resurface, y'all. And y'all all going to be shocked about who resurfaces with her. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that. So I'm going to get out of here. And y'all be blessed. Y'all have an awesome night. Because, baby, we not done with them. We ain't done. I promise you, we are not done. Valerie says, Mocha, I love your accent. Thank you, boo. We're out of here, guys. God bless you all. And good night.
We stand tall. We rise as one. No look bells. The work ain't done. No. Mocha leading from the heart. Never run. Truth and caring everything we become. full of truth and a chat full of cheer. Mocha in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care and everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Down in the NOLA where the soul don't break. Mocha built the lane where the real ones stay. Ain't no faking the funk, ain't no playing for clout. You bring that mess, we gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love, it's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we rise tall, we rise as one. Oh no, no bells, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care and everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. One mic, one tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide. Where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care and everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the NOLA Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Stand tall.
Good night, everyone. God bless.